So today we're looking at the Street Basic Z kit for the RSX Type S. This is a pretty cool kit because this is a really budget friendly kit, and the way they cut down on the cost of the coilovers itself is they make you reuse the factory top hats. Okay, so we're gonna have to pull those struts out, take them apart, reassemble the top hats on the top. That brings the cost down of these guys, and what also brings the cost down is these guys are not rebuildable like your normal cartridge coilovers, which is kind of a bummer, but they are good quality and they should last you a long time. I'm really looking forward to see how these things ride at the end of the day. Gonna have to remove the factory strut bar from both sides, and then your struts are just bolted in right here. Now you always want to be careful on these Hondas that you don't want to let the knuckle fall out too much outside of the car, because then it'll pull the axle apart, and you don't want to waste any time trying to put that back together. So I like to use a ratchet strap to keep the knuckle pulled up to the body. So you actually don't have to like compress the spring at all. You just need to get the compressor on there and snug, so when you undo this bolt, it doesn't explode on you. So far the install is pretty easy and real tricky. You probably should use the spring compressor on these. Alright, cool. When you go to put these guys together, you got to make sure the threaded sleeve here is locked into the correct position, which is right there. There's a little groove that it goes in. And use the factory rubber part for the top of the spring. This is the dust boot. It's here. This is actually the washer that came out of it. The washer goes on here. Then the top hat itself. Then there's the nut for the top hat. And then the nut. You can see how this strut's actually blown by all this grease. It's just built up over the years. This strut has 230,000 miles, but you can see how crusty it is. All the oil is leaked out of it. So the car should ride much better. Some Pioneer speakers, just because right now we got no sound in the RSX. Got to get something going. Somebody did put some speakers in it, a system in it at one point in time, but it ain't gonna work. The whole component system here, same as trash. Wire nuts. Don't use wire nuts on cars, they don't work good. Better off just taping it. This is junk. Get rid of this thing. Woo, these are cheap. Negative to negative, positive to positive. Man, lightweight. Well, it works. Dropped it down, just got done installing it. It's looking pretty good. It's on ramps, you know, because I couldn't get the jack out. But man, I haven't done any adjustment really. I just kind of just set it real quick, got them on. No wheel gap in the front, no wheel gap in the back. You go drive it, get it to settle a little bit, come back, and then we'll adjust this guy. But it's looking pretty cool. Go find out how it rides. Tein Street Basic Z coilovers, they do a good job of lowering it. They ride pretty good so far. I hope my buddy really likes these. I hope the way they ride. Stance is way better now. comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.